on, and then I realized that my mic was actually not on. But before I did my last stream, I should look up in my money next to the storm. Every like minute to 30 seconds, I get 100K from 5 of them. So if I get even more, I'm probably gonna get way too much money, be way too overpowered. So I'm probably gonna do that later on, not on stream, so y'all don't know how many I get. But when you do purchase it, it should be somewhere at the end, like right here. It's gonna look like that. So I just got even more money. I'm gonna save before I lose it all. I'm gonna show y'all how to get this. I just saved, so I'm gonna quit the game. Okay, so mod right here. You wanna go to other, right here, the mini cheat box. You're gonna spawn, I'm pretty sure on PlayStation, underneath. But you wanna buy this one, right here. It's completely free, y'all. Like, it just takes a little bit to install and download. But yeah, so we're gonna go back into the game and show you. I've installed this, as y'all can see over here, right here. Okay, it just took me somewhere else, but yeah. So I'm gonna show y'all how to get that, and then probably grind a bunch. Buying a bunch of semi trucks, autos, a bunch of stuff for my farm. Probably buy some more farms actually, because bro, we need them. And I unlocked Aquaman in Fortnite earlier, but I only have 5 of them, and I get way too much money. So I would recommend this if you're a starter. If you're not a starter, you know, you can do it if you want. But I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna go to my Instagram. Yeah. And guys, this is allowed by the owner. The owner allowed it. So, yeah, guys. So I'm not doing this with any website. It's in the game. The owner allows it. I have 5 over there. I'm about to go install some more. I'm gonna actually take my truck over there. What? Okay, I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting so much money. When I get 100K, I'm gonna go, or no, when I get up a million, I'm about to be at a million. I didn't even play for that. So I'm gonna park my car not near here, because it's about to be crazy. I'm gonna park it like right here. But I may even break my game, so I would not recommend getting a bunch. I mean, if you wanna get a bunch, then you can, but I would not recommend it. Bro, now it's euros. Are you kidding me? I have to switch that? Bro, game, don't make me break you. Where is it? Where is it? Money limit, pounds, dollar. Save. I want it to be me. Yeah, I'm not gonna change anything else. Back to dollar. Yep, so now it's money. So it was just euros, but now it's money. Don't ask how I know. But yeah, back to the buying. So it's way down here for me. It's always gonna be at the end, next to the trees. So if you do download this, I would recommend it. I literally like recommend it all the way. But I'm buying so much of this. But literally, we have so many of these. But we just got 14 more of these. And so now I have 19 of these contraptions. So literally in seconds, I'm gonna get so much money. So it's gonna be uneven for a second. It's gonna be just uneven. 71. Oh my, bro, I just got so much money. Bro, I'm gonna buy a new truck. Where's the semis? Where's the Sims? Where's it? Right here. So which one do you think I should buy? Should I buy a modded one? I may buy a modded one. Yeah, I'm gonna buy one of these mod ones. I've downloaded these. Which one should I get? Which one goes the fastest? That one goes 90, 90, 90, 90, 80, 80, 80, 75, 75. So I may not get any of these. I may get something else. Bro, I'm just gonna buy a bunch more of these. I'm gonna fill this whole place that I had something else at a second, but then I sold it. Bro, I need to... Bro, I have so much money right now. Okay, so I'm gonna put one. I'm gonna put 3 over here. Put a bunch now, just rows. So we have, oh my god, bro, I'm stuck. Bro, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm gonna save the game and I'm gonna rejoin back in seconds. I'm about to get so much money. Okay, I'm gonna start back up, boys. But I think I literally just broke this game. Like, no joke, broke it. Like, when I say broke it, I mean broke it. Like, literally broke it. Guys, I'll be right back. And when I get back, I should have a bunch of money. So I'll be right back. So, y'all, this is what I mean by farming, or by, way too overpowered. This, I'm gonna have to buy more slots for them. Cause look at it, like it's just a blob. And my truck's over there too, so if right there glitch, I don't have a truck anymore. And I would have to reset it. I don't wanna reset it. Yeah, but boys, look at this. We are owning this game. I already have more than my friend. I already have more money than my friend. He plays this game. He's had it since 2017. It's 2020, okay? And I already have more money than him. I am owning him. So I already have 2. So just every minute I play this game, I get so much money. I'm gonna go and buy it. how do I buy new plots? Because I want that land and that land. I want those two lands. I'm gonna harvest them and stuff. Like I'm gonna spawn a bunch of stuff and do a bunch of stuff. But this game is so fun. I'm glad that I got it. But I have to figure out how to get that. I have my beautiful device right here. If I didn't have it, then I would not have any of these dollars, and I would only have 19. Okay, that is great, boys. I'm inside the car. I am the car. How to get more land in Farming Simulator. Farming Simulator. Bro, in 5 minutes, I already have that much money from a million. I got $1 million in less than 5 minutes. How to get more land on farming? What? Okay. So I'll be right back, boys, and I'm gonna see how much money I have after having so yeah, I'll be right back, boys. Oh my god.
I'm going to show you how to create or delete fields in Farming Sim 17. So, the first thing you're going to need to do is to hook a plow onto your tractor and head on over to the field you want to expand. Once you are ready to lower your plow, you are going to have to enable the option to create the field. It's called Allow Create Fields, and on Xbox, you can enable it by pressing the Y button. Once you have selected this option, you can now lower your plow and you will be able to add / create your fields at your leisure. Now, as you can see here, I'm adding to this existing field number 19. But don't worry about plowing perfectly straight right now, as I will show you later in this video of how to shape your field. Right now, all you should worry about is plowing all of the area that you want to expand. Show you how to buy a field in Farming Sim 2017. Now this is an easy step, and this is from the first of the tutorial series. Now I aren't actually going to buy this one. We're going to look around, because this is going to be part of the next tutorial. Now, when buying fields in Farming Simulator 2017, you do not have to, sometimes you may have to cultivate it, or whatever the stage of growing is. The best time to purchase a field is when it's ready. No, I aren't actually going to buy this one. We're going to look around, because this is going to be part of the next tutorial. Now, when buying fields in Farming Simulator 2017, you do not have to, sometimes you may have to cultivate it, or whatever the stage of growing is. The best time to purchase a field is when it's ready to harvest. So basically purchase a field, and then you don't have to seed it or anything. You can just run your harvester along and harvest it. So what we're looking for is sugar beets, which would be, so I just went and got a sugar beet harvester, which would be field 28. This is a very large field as well. Where are we? We're in zone 5, okay. So we're just going to drive it down. This is a pickup TP, and got the Thunder Creek. Here's the
got the Thunder Creek Hill Trailer on the back.
In this video, I'm going to bring something into your life that you might not have known existed. Elements, but also, if you haven't read Lord of the Flies, you're probably going to have to in school one day. Let me give you an abridged version for when that time eventually comes. The Lord of the Flies is a book about a bunch of little British boys who got marooned on a deserted island, and the book tells the story about what the boys do to survive the elements, but also themselves. Within like a week on the island, the boys devolve into complete savages, covering themselves in face paint and killing a piggy. I said too much. And when I read the book in high school, I thought having the boys turn savage so quickly wasn't all that accurate. As a former young boy myself, I was insulted that William Golding thought that us little boys were so heartless. But then I remembered all the things that happened at my scout camp, Camp Geronimo, and I realized that Lord of the Flies is still inaccurate. The boys would have gone savage way faster. Listen, I'm a cautious person when I'm hanging around the guys. In PE, the other boys would be playing this game called Quarters, where you would fling quarters at people's knuckles until they bled, but I wouldn't play that game because it's dangerous and I'm a loser. Or when I was at a party and someone wanted to play the knife game to show off how good their hand-eye coordination was, I wouldn't play that game either because I needed my hands to draw. But something about being with the guys in the middle of the woods, I would live on the edge. Every summer, our troop stayed at this camp called Camp Geronimo, named after the Apache Indian who was the first person to yell Geronimo while doing a sick backflip into his pool. One time, me and a couple other boys, I don't remember who started it, but we were playing with matches, and okay, I know what you're thinking, but nothing bad happened, okay? We just accidentally lit some dried bushes on fire and it got somewhat out of control, but it's okay, it's fine, okay? We told the scoutmaster that there was a loose fire spreading faster than we could put it out, and he got everyone in the troop to stop on it, and we never got in trouble. What were we doing with the matches? We were just lighting them and throwing them at each other. Anyway, about 30 other scout troops attended Camp Geronimo, and we would spend a whole week sleeping in tents and earning merit badges. Most of the camp honestly felt like school, but outside. Like, when you got to the camp, you were given a schedule of classes, and for the next 7 days, you would go to those classes and learn and fill out classes. Sometimes you had homework, which probably helped us not get all upset. I mean, sure, the classes weren't as boring as English or geology. Geronimo's classes were wilderness survival, kayaking, or bear self-defense. Earning a merit badge required 2 things. The first thing, you had to write stuff down. Name and point out the major parts of a kayak. Kayak. Explain to your counselor the hazards you are most likely to encounter while participating in kayaking activities. Bears. And the second part of the merit badge, you had to actually go out and do stuff. Capsize the kayak, swim it and the paddle to the shore, and if you don't make it, the bears will get you. I never got the kayaking merit badge. You had to be at least 12 to go to Geronimo, but you could go as an 11-year-old if a parent was coming with you. And at the time, my dad was a camp counselor. My birthday was May 14th, and Geronimo was at the end of May, so I barely made the cutoff as the youngest person going. Geronimo was a big step from spending 3 days at Cub Scout day camp to spending a week in the wilderness. What made it worse was I was going to be spending a whole week with all the mean older scouts and my dad. There was this one scout named Paul. When I was 11, he was 15. So naturally, he would pick on me and make fun of me. I get it. I'm small, so I suck. But silver lining, he got fatter. And a couple years ago, he reached out to me, and I've been doing the whole YouTube thing for a while. He was starting his own business, and he wanted to do some business opportunity with me. And I just said, hey, do you want to do my merch? So now he works for me. So kids, if you ever have bullies, just become successful on YouTube and then hire them to sell plushies. He's actually a really good merch guy. He gets all my stuff into these retail stores. So if you see a Floof plushie at Hot Topic, you can say, thanks, Paul. Bullies really do make a difference. Anyway, self-promotion aside, my first year at Geronimo, I was a little bit on the very young side compared to everyone else. I was taking a class called orienteering. The class taught us how to read maps and use a compass. And one day it was time for our class to go on a scavenger hunt thing. We were given a list of places we had to go to, and we were supposed to use our compass and count our paces to get to each specific location. Then when we got to our destination, there would be a marker somewhere, and we would have to break down each The leader who was in charge of our group and the compass was an older scout named Paul. It wasn't the merch guy Paul, but I think it would be funnier if it was. Our group set off to the first location. Having a compass and counting your steps isn't the most accurate way of navigation, but we weren't allowed to use Google Maps, so... When we got to the spot, we had to look around for a little bit to find the marker, but we eventually found it, and then we were off to the second location. This time, the marker was harder to find. The spot we landed on was pretty far from where the marker actually was. At the third location, we couldn't find the marker. But we did see this reflective sign on a tree, and we figured that's what the marker was supposed to be, so we wrote it down. At this point, I decided to grab my own compass and give it a try. My compass pointed in a direction that was a little bit off from Paul's direction. Not by a whole lot, but just enough. But remember, I was the little kid. Nothing I said mattered. Paul said things to me like, "Oh, you know how to use a compass. I bet yours is broken. I'm never going to work with you one day." And you know what? I believed him. This guy is 15 years old. Do you know how wise and experienced he is? So we kept going and struggling. We used anything we found as a marker. Some piece of trash, it's a marker. Hey, this tree has an A and an M carved into a heart. Kind of weird that it's at an all-boys camp. Do you think that it's a marker? Eventually, we all had to admit that we were completely lost. The other boys told Paul to hand over his compass, and Paul reached into his pocket, pulled out his compass, and 2 buzz magnets. Buzz magnets are magnets that are shaped like a bullet, and you can throw them up in the air, and they make this cool buzzing sound. They sold them at the camp store, so that's why Paul had them. And everyone immediately figured out why we were lost. For those of you who don't know how compasses and magnets work, I don't know either. I think it has something to do with them coming from outer space. A compass is supposed to point to the magnetic North Pole, and a magnet will mess up the direction a compass is supposed to point in. Paul's compass wasn't pointing to his pants the whole time. We would have been suspicious if that had happened. But because his compass was right next to a magnet, it got uncalibrated, and then we all got lost in the woods and died. And that's why I don't have an orienteering merit badge. I was upset because my compass probably wasn't broken, but I didn't stand up for myself. Because I don't do that. I have more Camp Geronimo stories, like the time me and my friend threw a Ziploc bag full of water at the older kids' lean-to, and then I ran away so fast that I threw up. But I already did a video about that, and it's 5 years old, and it's very bad, and you're not allowed to watch it. So the moral of this video is, just because you're young doesn't mean you're stupid. But it does mean you make bad videos on YouTube. Also, check your pockets before going orienteering. Going orienteering. Sounds like a tongue twister. Going orienteering. Going orienteering. Going orienteering. Well, that was my Camp Geronimo experience. It was a lot of fun. I wonder if the camps are open right now, if people would have to be quarantined inside the tents the whole time. I bet that would be pretty intense. As you've seen on the news, a lot of events are getting canceled or postponed, which include my events. So if you want to see updates to the events I'm going to, then follow me on Twitter and Instagram, because that's where I'm going to be posting updates. A lot of events have been postponed until further notice, so we just have to wait and see when everything dies down and we can go outside again. As always, a huge shout out to my awesome team for working on this video, especially considering how crazy the world has been recently. Everyone has pulled together and all worked on this video from home, which is pretty normal, actually, for us. On that note, we're all in this together. We'll get through this, and wash your hands.
För här då, kan inte Sven göra något mycket sent.
Vad vill ni?
Klarna, Swedish or Smoother Shopping.
Woo! Adapted Mind Math! Come explore the site with me. I'm in first grade, so I'll take that. Neato! A fun fishing adventure! Fish until you find the sunken ship. Oh, I'm excited! I think...
You want to know something sad? I've earned more money from the 2 Subway videos I made about working at Subway than I did actually working at Subway for over a year. So here we go, Subway Part 3, baby! I still got more to say. I used to work there, in case you didn't know that. When I moved out and was all on my own for college, I was feeling a little lonely and homesick. So one day I decided, hey, I'm gonna get some Subway for lunch. Food that I used to almost eat every day and got for free for over a year, I was gonna pay full price for. I just wanted a taste of home. I wasn't expecting to ever tell this story, but it turns out the employee making my sandwich was a huge idiot. As I was waiting in line, I noticed my favorite sandwich, the Turkey Italiano, wasn't on the menu. The Turkey Italiano, by the way, is the same as the Italian BMT, but instead of ham, you put on turkey. Very simple change. I asked the worker, do you guys have the Turkey Italiano? And he said, no. So then I asked, can
can I get a BMT, but instead of ham, I have turkey? And you know what he said to me? He said, no. I don't think I'm asking for too much. At my sewer blade, the BMT and the turkey Italiano were the same price, okay? And what do you mean, no, you can't put on turkey? Who's stopping you? I know for a fact that you don't count the slices of turkey at the end of the night. Just hook me up, please. I'm feeling sad. So I just got the BMT with all the vegetables because it's more food for the same amount of money, and I was a poor college student. And also because screw that guy. Have fun trying to close that sandwich. But then when he was all done, he put my sandwich by the cash register, and then he just started helping the next customer. And they hadn't even started making their sandwich. Just ring me up so I can leave, and then help the next person. But no, I had to wait for him to finish this person's sandwich. If I wasn't so nice, I would have just took the sandwich and walked off.